last 8 weeks. Nilesh Jain and Shilpa Rao both join in with their trading strategies and perspective. Nilesh, I'll start with you. I do understand that the star of trade is going to be Bank Nifty and not Nifty. But nevertheless, a trading strategy on Nifty, and what do you recommend investors or traders to do on Bank Nifty at current levels?
Very good morning to you, Samina, and everyone. So today, if we look at, as you rightly pointed out, that Bank Nifty is definitely outperforming. It's not today, only today. It's been from last 3 to 4 consecutive sessions now. Although the structure for the Nifty also looks strong, and I would advise at current level one should ideally wait for some dip towards 25,450 to 25,400 to go long. But see, bias looks positive. We have seen a sharp decline in the volatility index India VIX, which has gone to almost 12 levels now, which is very much in the comfort zone for the bulls. So as of now, at current level, I think the risk and reward is still not favorable for the long. And if at all we see any dip towards 25,450, that can be used as a buying opportunity, keeping stop loss below 25,400. And from today's weekly expiry point of view in the Nifty, I think Nifty should expire somewhere around 25,500 to 25,550 in that particular range. On the other hand, Bank Nifty is definitely a buy, looking at the kind of momentum that we are witnessing in the index heavyweight counters like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank. I think Bank Nifty is likely to inch to a new record high. Somewhere around 53,500 is kind of level that we are expecting in 1 or 2 days. So yes, it's a buy at current level, and on dips, keeping a stop loss below 52,700. So these are the spot levels, and we expect Bank Nifty to move towards 53,500.
It's in a sweet spot on Bank Nifty. Shilpa?
Short covering. With that, let's take a look at what our experts have on their radar. So Nilesh, I'll come to you on stocks that are looking good or bad for you this morning.
So Agam, I have to buy recommendations. So if you see today the consumption space is doing good. Even if you look at the heavyweight counters like HUL, Dabur, in fact, these stocks are outperforming in this kind of weak sentiment where the mid cap and small cap selling is getting intensified. So on a buy side, I have HUL, which is looking strong on the chart for further up move to continue towards 3,000 plus kind of level. So here one can buy call option of HUL of 2,900 strike, that is currently trading somewhere around 32 to 34. So in that range, this particular option can be bought keeping a stop loss below 19. The upside target would be 55 rupees. And as far as underlying is concerned, as mentioned, we are expecting HUL to move towards 3,000 plus levels in the September series itself. So in the underlying as well, one can keep a stop loss below 2880 and it can be bought. Apart from that, the other stock is from insurance space, that is HDFC Life, which is looking positive, and we are expecting a sort of a strong pullback in this particular counter towards 725 to 730. So 730 would be our target in the future, so one can keep a stop loss below 694.
Right. Nilesh, I noticed you didn't mention ITC, and I believe that's the one resilient consumption name, holding above 510 quite comfortably. Does this look like a good long trade to you?
Absolutely, Samina. So, in fact, as mentioned, the overall FMCG pack as a whole looks strong to me. Even if you see Tata Consumer, ITC. So, ITC is trading in the range, and the range looks like 500 on the lower side is acting as a very strong support. It can also be bought at current level, keep a stop loss at yesterday's low somewhere around 505. And we can expect a follow-up move to continue towards 520 to 530. So, yes, ITC is also looking strong.
Okay, so ITC looking strong at around 513. Shilpa, what about you?
Yeah, she does have a few constructive calls. Well, just coming back to you, Nilesh, would you play for a bounce back on IT stocks? I mean, they've had a really good run, and yesterday most people thought was healthy profit taking. There's no recovery emerging just yet, even technically on some of these counters. For the next few days, would you go long IT names betting on a pullback?
So Tamina, we have seen a stellar performance in the Nifty IT index in the August series, and in fact in the July series as well. But as of now, I think there might be possibility of some more retracement to continue in IT sector as a whole. So on the as far as this particular index is concerned, which is currently trading around 41,950. We expect it to test 41,500 to 41,000 kind of levels on the lower side. So as of now, there are no signs of recovery, and we don't see any pullback on immediate basis. So we expect this downtrend to continue. So maybe 41,500 to 41,400 can be seen on immediate basis. So it's a short as of now. Better to avoid taking any contra bet till the time we see any kind of a reversal on the chart. But yes, if at all we see any reversal, that might be seen in the mid cap and small cap IT space.
Okay, well, Nilesh, hold that thought. We have an
significant selling pressure. Nilesh, I don't know whether you track them, and I'll go on to queries in a minute, but OMCs have been under pressure because of the way crude has been moving. May not be a long trade, but is there a shorting opportunity on BPCL, HPCL, IOC?
Absolutely, Samina. So if you see the Brent crude, where we are expecting a strong pullback to continue, it has gone into extremely oversold territory, and that kind of because of that we are witnessing some kind of negative impact in the OMC space as a whole as well. So any pullback is a sell on rise kind of opportunity in IOC, HPCL, and BPCL. All these three stocks, the structure looks weak on from a short term point of view. One stock that is looking weakest amongst these three is IOC, where one can go short, and the downside target comes around 160, and the stop loss can be placed somewhere around 169. So any pullback towards 166 can be used as a selling opportunity in this particular stock. We expect downtrend to continue.
I think it's worthwhile to talk about Oracle Financial Services as well, because it seems so much. Figure the audio problem with Sony. I'll take this question up with Nilesh. Nilesh, the same question for you then. Your view on Oracle Financial Services.
So Agam, this particular stock is already down close to 10% in this week in last two consecutive sessions. The structure is basically indicating that the stock is witnessing retracement right now of the entire run-up that we have seen. The run-up that we have seen from the levels of 7,000 to 12,000. So there are high probability that the stock may correct further towards 10,600 to 10,400. Although the immediate support of 50 DMA that is coming somewhere around 10,950. So today, if at all it manages to close above 11,000, that will be considered as a positive close for a pullback. But overall, the trend is slightly on a sideways to negative side, and we can expect a sort of a downtick to continue towards 10,600 to 10,400. 10,400 or 10,200, that could be a kind of a contra buy for this particular stock, keeping a stop loss below 9,800.
Okay, there you have it. That's your view on Oracle Financial Services.
Is the call, the question coming in from our viewer. The next one is from Deepak Sharma, and he asked how to trade the Nifty 25,800 calls of September 19th expiry. Nilesh, that's today's expiry. What do you recommend Deepak to do?
Well, 25,800, if I'm not wrong, we are talking about that particular strike, then it is far out of the money strike and not advisable to trade at all. There is no premium left in that particular strike. So 25,500 is the current market price in the spot level. And as mentioned, we expect Nifty to expire somewhere around 25,500 to 25,550. So at max, it can go up to 25,600. That's what I think. So it is better to avoid taking deep out of the many options. Rather, one can go and buy 25,500 if somebody is expecting this pullback to extend further. So shift your position to 25,500.
Okay. All right. There you have it. That's the view coming in on, the Nifty specifically. But with that, we will thank both our experts, Shilpa and Nilesh, for joining us and taking us through their views on the markets, giving us a handful of trading ideas, as well as solving some of our viewer queries. And with that, we shift focus to the commodity space. We now have with us